Good morning. Today we are going to start our module 1. So this is the syllabus. In module 1, it starts with the definition of data and information. Then it is about evolution of storage architecture. Then data center infrastructure. It is one of the important topics in module 1. Then it is about information life cycle. After that, it will give an overview about virtualization, cloud computing, data center environment, connectivity, disk drive interfaces. Okay, and we are following the textbook ISM Information Storage Management, Storing, Managing, and Protecting Digital Information, edited by G. Somasundaram and Alok Srivastava. Okay, so in module 1, we are starting with the definition of data. Okay, before that, we already said that a data or information is one of the important asset of business. They analyze raw facts, they analyze data, and they just identify new trends. And on the basis of that trends, they can modify or plan their strategy. Okay, and also it can provide a new path, a new business opportunities too. Okay, so businesses use data to derive information that is critical to their day-to-day operations, and storage is a repository that enables users to store and retrieve this digital data. We already discussed that. Then data. Data is a collection of raw facts from which conclusions may be drawn. Handwritten letters, a printed book, a family photograph, a movie on videotape, passbook, etc. are the examples of data. So, so, we can define data simply as facts and figures. Okay, and we consider even a best ticket as a data. Each piece of data is fact. That doesn't mean much on its own. Okay, so each piece of data is fact. Okay, then the data can be generated and stored in strings of zeros and ones. That means we digitalize data. Okay, data in this form is called digital data and is accessible by the user only after it is processed by a computer. We already said about we already discussed about digitalized data in our introduction part. Okay, so here are the factors that have influenced the growth of digital data. The first one is increase in data processing capabilities. That means this today our computer provide a significant increase in processing and storage capabilities. This enables the conversion of various types of content and media from conventional forms to digital formats. Here it is showing that video, photo, book, letter, all format can be these different formats can be converted to strings of ones and zeros. Okay, then the next point is lower cost of digital storage. This we can store a huge amount of data with low cost than paper. Okay, so this cost benefit as increase the rate at which digital data is generated and stored. And the third point, affordable and faster communication technology. So, digital data. Uh, okay, the rate of sharing digital data is much faster than traditional approaches. We know that a handwritten letter might take a week to reach its destination, whereas it's typically takes only a few seconds for an email message to reach its recipient. Okay, then the last point, proliferation of applications and smart devices. That means smartphones, tablets, and newer digital devices, along with smart applications, have significantly contributed to the generation of digital content. And next, we can categorize. Data is categorized into two: structured and unstructured. We know that structured data, it is organized in rows and columns in a rigidly defined format so that applications can retrieve it and process it efficiently. Structured data is typically stored using a database management system, DBMS, we know that. And unstructured data, data is unstructured if its elements cannot be stored in a row and column. So it is difficult to query and retrieve by business applications. And email, business cards, images, documents, audio, video are the examples of unstructured data. Next topic is big data. It refers to data sets whose sizes are beyond the capability of commonly used software tools to capture, store, manage, and process within acceptable time limits. We know that big data is huge amount of data. It has huge size and complexity so that none of the traditional management tools can store or process it efficiently. We know that, and it includes both structured and unstructured data. So, for analyzing big data in real time, it requires new techniques, architectures, and tools that provide high performance, MPP, massively parallel processing data platforms, and advanced analytics on the data sets. The storage architecture requires for big data, it should be simple, efficient, and inexpensive to manage, yet provide access to multiple platforms and data sources simultaneously. Next, it is the definition of information. Information is the intelligence and knowledge derived from data. We already said that uh, the businesses, it analyze data, it analyze the raw facts and derive some new trends for their strategy. Okay, to modify their strategy. Okay, so here we can say that information can be simply defined as news or knowledge received from received or gained from analyzing data. Okay, okay. So to gain competitive advantage and derive new business opportunity, business store, protect, optimize, utilize information. Okay, so we can expect a question from this part. Distinguish data and information with example. 3 mark question. So I'm not saying that it's a sure question, but we can expect. a question like this. Okay, so it's a 3-mark question, so we can write that data is a collection of it's a collection of facts and information is the knowledge derived from the data. Okay. For example, for data, we can say that handwritten letter, book, photograph, everything is example. But information is just a knowledge derived from data. For this question, example, we can say that in the world of computer, data is the input, which means the task that we are given to computer to do. And output is information or how computer interprets data and shows the result or shows the requested action. So for this 3-mark question, this is the answer. Okay. Data is a collection of raw facts and knowledge. Uh, is the and information. It is the knowledge that we get when we interpret or process our data. Okay. Hope everyone understood this concept. And the next one is storage. We use DVD, disk drives, pen drives to store data that we for further processing. We already know that. Okay.